What's up, guys?
Evening.
How's it going, everybody?
Music's still going.
Mazzy, welcome.
Thank you.
Dave, Rob. We got
What's
AZ
up?
Nick.
Rob's pulling records.
I got a lot of I got a few records from the FMU, but then I got a bunch of records in the mail as well.
Damn.
Mazzy, you'll be proud to know that I got a bunch of promos in the mail, so I'm excited about that.
Gravy train.
People act
This
like
one
I'm
here.
the only one that
did
ever
you get-
got promos in the history of the planet.
Mazzy, did you get this one from Sam, from Fred?
No, but I ordered it.
I ordered it.
Well, I listened to side one today, and I know that this was an artisan series, which had a super bespoke
It was a handmade cover.
handmade cover. That said, this is just like the Sun Ra that I got in, so it's on this really nice, matte material, and it's got a great tip-on jacket. So the reissue, packaging is
Does it have
very
the
nice.
insert little booklet inside?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I ordered it. I have something out for delivery tomorrow from Europe. I don't know if it's that or not.
You ever move on those Sun Ra's, I'm your Huckleberry.
So it comes with this big booklet, which
You can order them, Dave. He's repressed those.
yeah,
I don't need to order it from overseas right now.
No.
well, you
They-
can get them here.
We'll just
Anyway,
steal them
yes,
from
Ingroove
Europe.
has them. The
Look,
Who
Chris.
Ingroove.
has them?
The Ingroove.
Oh shit. Okay.
That-
Thanks.
Hey, Rich,
Hey, Rich.
Hello.
we're
Hey,
just
sorry,
getting started.
sorry I missed the dinner.
Rich, are you
FMU.
familiar with this title?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it, but I might have only heard it once or twice.
So it's a live concert. I forget who the lineup is, but there's it's Yusuf on tenor, and obviously Donald Byrd trumpet, and then there is a trombone on it. I didn't catch who that was. I'm not sure what the rhythm section is. I listened to side one, and it's a live concert. The fidelity on it is, lacking, but the performance is very nice. So I think it's like a 56 session, maybe 55, 57, something like that.
Do they pay any rights to the Mondrian estate?
Well, actually, if this is a transition, weren't they only around for like 56?
That's Tom Wilson's label.
Right. So this
Yeah.
would
Very
this would
short.
probably be a 56 session.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. I'm getting into that, but I know people have said that they're not, too enthusiastic because of the recording quality, but I think you could hear the horns well. You could hear all the instrumentation well. It's just, it's a live concert from the mid 50s. So it is what it is. But I have records like Lee Konitz at Harvard Square or at Harvard. Again, mid 50s, not great fidelity, but the sessions are good.
I have a Japanese copy of that, and it sounds good to me. Doesn't
Yeah.
feel
So yeah.
Hey, Rob, how much are those Sun Ra's that he's got there?
they're
50?
$40 each
40? That's it.
because
It's almost free, right?
no, hold on, Matt.
Well, they were
Because when
expensive.
he first did them, they were artisan, so they were handmade covers. Blah blah blah.
I don't
Yeah.
know all that. That's fine.
So I wanted to go over FMU. I sent the link out to a few people. We'll see who we get. But we do have, I think, quorum here with Dave and Rich. So we spoke about FMU, I think, for 2 weeks, fairly in depth. What's up, Rob?
Well, wait, we're supposed to show corn records?
What?
Never mind.
Oh, I didn't get that. It went over my head.
Nobody
You
got
said corn.
Oh, I don't think I meant to.
Well, I didn't know what word you said.
Quorum.
Quorum? Decorum.
No,
Decorum.
quorum. We're at quorum.
Quorum.
Come on,
Quorum.
folks.
You have none of it.
All right.
Terrible
So,
vocabulary.
yeah. Anyway, so we spoke about it for 2 weeks, and I'm happy to share my experience, but I wanted to open it up to Dave to kind of kick us off. Dave, what did you think of FMU? And yeah, just whatever you want to show.
All my records that I picked up from FMU, which I'm trying to think how many I actually bought. They're all en route. I had Dom ship them because I
How
was
many-
not going to haul them all on the plane.
Okay.
It was
Well-
just I was beat, and that pack I had the special box I brought with me that held like 21 LPs, and it was I knew the line was going to be long at TSA, and then as it turned out, they switched my gate from one end of the world to the other. Like I was like gate 41, and I ended up in gate 3. Like it because my flight was delayed. I would have had to carry them. I was like, and I did that in Denver. I carried all those records around in the Denver airport. And I about died. I was like, nah, I haven't been to Gold's Gym lately. I'm gonna have Dom ship them. So they'll be in the mail here tomorrow, supposedly.
Okay.
They're currently 4 hours drive up the road. So
Okay.
we'll see. I bought 18 records, 18 LPs, 4 7-inches was my haul, and then the guys gave me. I think I ended up with 4 LPs as VCLT.
Nice. So what did you think of the fair? Can you describe your experience with it?
Yeah, I went to both days this year. I shopped till I dropped day one. Like we got there at 9:30 in the morning. I think people started showing up right at the same time we got in line. Rich showed up, or maybe Rich was ahead of us. I can't remember. You were there like at the
I
same
walked up
exact
like
moment.
right after. Yeah, I walked up. When I
Yeah.
walked up, there was like one person in line after you.
Yeah, and then Joe Analog Archive walked up, and then Chance and his whole crew, Chris and Rojas and all those dudes. So we were all in line together, pretty much. And
That was fun.
the way they did FMU this year to get in was way better than before. They had a lackey out front checking your shit, giving you 2 tickets. One red ticket that gets you in all weekend, and your ticket for the day.
Dave, correct me if I'm wrong, but last year they had people with advanced tickets for early bird and people who didn't have advanced tickets for early bird in one line. It took forever, right?
Correct. This time they changed. They
Yeah.
had 2 separate lines.
Yeah.
They totally hooked us up to just roll in.
Yeah, we just went right in.
And
Once
so
the line
that
started
was
moving,
an
it took like 2 minutes. Yeah.
correct. Huge improvement getting in.
Yeah. No brainer.
Same place as last year, the pavilion, and the vendor setup was almost identical to last year. The same vendors I wanted to see were in the same place, so I knew exactly where to go right
Yeah,
away.
that was cool.
Human Head was in the same place. Joe at Basement Records was in the same place. The only
Wax
person
Paper was, Final Rescue was.
Yep. The only person that moved on me a little bit was the dude from Pittsburgh, Mind Cure. And but they had him tucked in a corner. But
It was dark over there too.
he did well though. And he had great prices on stuff. I mean, he had an original Dorothy Ashby, and I don't know how I didn't buy it for $50. Beautiful
Which
copy.
one? Which one?
Yeah, which
The one
title?
with the one with the
Heart. The one with the heart on it.
opaque
Yeah.
the artwork, the opaque cover.
The
that
Jazz
opaque
Land?
color.
Maybe the Jazz Land?
The one with her name on it.
They all have her name
No,
on it.
no, but it was only $50. That seemed like a deal. It was a beautiful copy.
It was like one of her prestige.
You know,
type.
Dave, you
Correct.
sound so stressed about this show. You should do a video in the beginning, should have like 10 minutes of a desert scene of Lawrence of Arabia when he's crossing the desert forever.
I have a bit of video, not much.
Actually, Dave, next time you go, you should get a wheelchair and have someone push you around.
Yeah,
go-
man, for real.
Go to the front of the line.
Dude, so we're in, and Dom, for one thing, I'm with Dom and Brandon, and Dom is a machine. That dude is a machine. It is impressive. He went the second day after buying all that he did the first day, and he said, I'm going to go through every single record here in the fair, and that's what he did. He went to he started one end and worked his way all the way to the other and went through every record. And I bailed on them both days. I went back to the apartment. Dom is a machine.
Hey, Dom.
Oh,
There's the machine is in the house.
Well, why do you say such things?
Because you went through second day. I had to bail again. You went through every record.
I did not know.
I shopped till I
No.
dropped. I was hurt.
No, I visited every table. There's a big difference between
Okay.
There's a big difference between.
That
but
felt
you
a
went
little
through- you went through
Fable-like.
every record you wanted to look at. Let's be
Sh-
fair.
Yeah, I mean, it becomes obvious at some point. Like, I don't probably need to look at every record of this table. So
Right. But you went through every table the second day. It was impressive.
Yeah, like 5 o'clock on Saturday, there was a lot of flip, like skipping 10, 15 records of a flip, just
I
like
gave up
maybe
on
by
flipping
chance
about-
I'll see something I that makes me slow down. A lot of that kind of flipping near the end of the Saturday.
I think I just went into Sunday just feeling like I'm going to not necessarily worry about buying anything, but I just want to look at everything. And that ended up being a different frame of mind that actually I quite enjoyed. But I did buy stuff the second day, of course.
Very cool.
Yeah, you guys did really well second
Yeah.
day.
I arrived there. I paid for the early, access, but I think I walked in at 11:30. So I think all of you guys had at least a 2-hour head start. And I saw, Rich, some of your, really good deals that you were able to find. And I think that, your early entry definitely was the way to go. Also, who is it with? I keep messing up his name. Is it Jamie?
Jesse
Jesse. I keep
Jesse,
saying
from
Jamie.
Iowa.
Jesse from Iowa. He also got some killer pickups too. That like $20 like Miles Davis French pressing with RBG stamps and beautiful, like just some really cool stuff that when I went around, a lot of those deals I think were already picked out. So I did get a few good things though that I'll show later, but I only went the first day and I dug from 11:30 to, I think, Rich, when we left to go get some food, I think it was like 4:30 if I'm not
Yeah, that
mistaken.
sounds right.
So Doug straight, I spoke with a few people in between, but generally I was just heads down, just flipping through records. I was pacing myself, but I was nonstop. I brought water with me and energy bars, and I like forced myself to like take a break and just tug and like eat something.
That's what I didn't do.
For
The first day, I got knocked for a loop.
I recommend
I was like,
that. I recommend that. I recommend it.
Eating is good.
If Mazzy went, was there enough Ensure available for him?
But I will say the first table I went, I planned not to do this, but I ended up just doing it because I don't know, like my honing beacon was like just up and I was like, let's go see Joe's table. So my first stop around 11:30 was Joe's table. I did take this picture after speaking with him. I posted it on Instagram, but his wall was just,
the wall
really
of doom.
really rare stuff. I mean, just tons of rare stuff. And
Which is interesting because what I didn't realize until later is that these are the same. I mean, he only sells at one place every year. And so if you were here last year, a lot of these records were here too. So,
right. So
not to say it's not amazing, but it's just sort of interesting.
Yeah. And well, what's interesting is the record I picked up has his initials on the back. And I know that a number of his records do. So I think most of this stuff is just his collection over the decades that he is, he's selling. And I had a chance to speak with him, but I spoke with him. It felt like 15 minutes. It probably was shorter than that. But honestly, there was so much action going on at his table that it really, like, I had to. This wasn't the right time to like chat about stuff.
Fetterman
Like,
stamp.
he was doing like some,
Was
pretty
his dad
big
there?
deals.
Was his dad
No.
there?
Yeah.
He did have some.
That is his
people with
dad?
him.
I just remember pictures of this dude looking like
Yeah.
in every shot you took.
Yeah, because he was out walking around, and when I bought a record at that table, I got it from.
Don't mock the elderly, please.
Well, you're here. There's plenty of time to do that with you here.
But yeah.
But yeah, so Dave, your records are in transit.
Yeah.
Dom, do you have some records you want to show and kind of talk about your experience at FMU?
Yeah, it's funny because I actually just recorded my recap. So
Okay.
like
And then
just
Rich,
now.
we'll go over to you.
I'm
Just put
sorting
it on
them.
play. We'll sit back and watch it right now.
I'm sorting them. Okay. So
There's a lot.
yeah, so there is a bunch of French jazz here. This is one I put out there that I was specifically looking for.
Fantastic.
Steve
All right.
Potts on the On Du Toit label. This is a little new to me as far as like listening to it and getting into it. So I can't claim this is not a long time one or anything, but I found out about it earlier this year and it really just hit all the right notes for me. This is the. I don't think there's a reissue of this either, but this was
There
from
it is. It's right here.
up. Boom. Of course, Souffle Continue.
Yeah. It's
Right,
a fantastic record. I only know
yeah.
about this because of Minko.
Ah, yes, Tom, of course. This was from Wax Paper, a good dealer, a pretty good, interesting mix of different stuff. I have another record from him, a psychedelic record, actually. So he had a bunch of stuff. I believe, I'm not, this isn't entirely clear, but I think I took this record out of Kieran Hebden's hands, Fortet.
Yeah, he was there, and that's what I
He-
think Brandon
yeah.
said.
I picked this up, and the dealer, Wes, was like, oh, Kieran, didn't you want that? And he sort of laughed, and I was like, well, too late. So
What style jazz is that?
Put the
This
camera
is-
back on down.
it's on me.
Oh.
Isn't it? Yeah, this is free. This is free stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is he with a band or is he solo?
No, he's got Keno Speller, Ambrose Jackson, don't know him, Gus Nemeth, Donnie Donable,
Okay.
bunch of players I don't know. But I think this is his only session as a band leader, if I'm not correct, or if I'm correct. But
Cool.
so I'm showing you the jazz here. So
Cool.
let me see here. Oh, the Third Perception record.
Okay.
Another French one. This is on. I have the ADMI label. I don't know this label specifically, but a French pressing. They have 3 records, and I have all 3. This is another big ensemble of different members that are sort of in each group. JF Jenny Clark, Jean-Charles Capon, Jean Maitrong, Didier Lavallee. So this is not recorded live actually, but from 1972.
So who would produce that? Is there a producer on that or an arranger, conductor, or anything?
Produced by Didier Lavallee.
Okay.
They don't really mention a sound and coordination by Bernard Hane.
Okay.
You know Didier, Mike, right?
Yeah. I think he owes me $5.
Me too. He owes me a lot more.
Because of Dom, it's why Rhino's putting all the French covers on that Coltrane box. So.
Yeah, right. I'll take credit for that. Here's one from Joe. I talked with Rich about this record a little bit.
Ooh. Nice.
So now, as you people of record stores going into record stores frequently, you know that if you look at the price tag, a lot of times the date is up there. You can see when they priced it, right?
Yes, right.
This has the price tag of 2013-1028. So this record he's had for 12 years.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I just noticed that Joe puts the dates on his
So you
records.
got it. So you should deal at that point, right?
So I got this for 85. He gave me a good deal.
Wow. That's a great deal.
I had a sweet talk him. I was talking there for like 30 minutes with CJ, who I hadn't met before, or I didn't know. I guess he frequents the Jazz Bums quite a bit. I'm usually in the chat for a little while, guys. Okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
sold
you put
CJ a
dates on-
record from that booth too.
When you worked in storage, did you have dates on your stickers? Because we used to have like
Yeah.
the date and a code for the list price.
Yep. Yeah, the dates. A lot of stores do it. I mean, but I always like to look at that, you know. So I saw that and I was like, 12 years, huh, Joe? So obviously the issue is this.
Yeah.
But I started thinking about it, and it is a very first pressing. But
Is it-
maybe
wait, mono or stereo?
it's mono.
I
say that, but I could be out of my elements.
Wait. I think it's stereo. Can you show the cover? Can you show the cover? I thought
hold
it
it
was a
up. It'll
stereo.
say in the box.
No.
Blue Note logo.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool.
Mono pressing.
Monophonic.
I have both of them, but that's
It's
a crazy record. For
On the
Blue.
topic of records Joe has had for 10 years,
Yeah.
he's had a something else, original something else, like a first pressing of something else in his like premium crate for like 10 years. It's $1,500.
That's my favorite jazz album.
He stopped and talked to me for a little bit when I was sitting in the back, and he was letting me know. He's like, "Look, you know, these are my records, and the reason the prices are what they are on the walls because if someone wants to come up and give me what I'm asking, then great. If they don't want to, then great. You know, I'll take them home."
Well, yeah, but there's records from my going to things like this. These guys have the special box, and it's sort of like giving them legitimacy, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like to have those records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is one I wanted to find. I didn't want to buy it online. I just was waiting for the right time, and I decided I could get over this. The record, as anyone who's looked through his bins will tell you, don't always have inner sleeves, and this does not. But it has somehow.
Now, what's the thought process of that?
I don't know. You
Mine
probably-
that I bought there had no outers.
No, seriously.
it's in beautiful shape though.
Teenage hoodlums stole it from the store.
No,
Did they have a
but
store?
No. It probably had a plastic baggie. I don't know. He removed it. What do these come in plastic bags at this time? You
Is
guys
that
know?
Those
coming
would have
out
been
as
in
a
their
tone poet
sleeves.
next
Those
year?
also would have been printed in their sleeves.
Right. This would have had the 20,
Yeah.
25, 27 year.
27, something
Yeah.
Is
like
that coming out of Tone Poet next year?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
But the lineup on this is
That
like,
cover is gorge. Love that cover so much.
Yeah, I probably would have picked that up, Dom, if you didn't grab it before me.
Mike, you had 12 years to do it.
Yeah, you know what? I did. I
You
did.
snooze, man.
I
That's
did.
hilarious.
I mean,
Because
do you-
Dom's has a
you-
YouTube channel before you did.
but not to make a big deal about not having a sleeve in there.
Yeah.
Like, people buy the generic paper ones just to put it in a sleeve in the thing,
Yeah.
because people are pulling out the record to look at it, and if they want to buy it. And
Well,
Mike,
Dom, why
Dom,
haven't
show
you?
you.
Dom
why
is a
haven't you put it in
professional.
its
You're
sleeve?
still you
It's
still have your
arguably
training
careless.
wheels on.
What's that now? Hold, what's it?
chill
What's it?
out, everybody.
I said Dom is a professional. Mike still has his training wheels on.
Yeah.
No, Mike found a record. Well, he'll tell you about it. He technically found it, but I sort of gave him an assist on it. I don't know if it got there yet, but
Mike needs assists.
Oh
to get a
no,
record.
thank
Oh
you.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll get into that a little
That was,
later.
that was teamwork making the dream work.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
so happy you guys were able to hook it up.
so a few more. This Phil Woods rhythm machine. This is a cheap one. This is the Euro pressing, the French pressing.
That's cool.
The record on what is it? The live record is it Montreux?
Oh, I'll pull it.
What label is that? It's like a $5
The
cheap
Woods?
heat all day long. Yeah,
Hold on, they're right here.
this should be
Got it
just as
right
excellent.
here.
That's not an expensive record, though, right?
No,
They're constantly
This
pulling
was-
records out like they're all right there.
this was still like $25 though.
Really? I gotta remember. I've seen that record before for not that much.
And it's the French pressing. I don't know.
Okay, the French pressing.
Which
The
one?
other
You
one-
talking about this one?
Yeah.
Dom?
Yeah, it's not the same record as
Or what
that.
about this one?
Yeah, see, it might be this. It's definitely not the same as that. I checked that. I don't know, but I got this. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt, but I watched the stream. I rewatched the stream I was on last week, and Dave and Brandon were just cracking me up how like when we would talk about something, like within 5 seconds they grabbed it and like they showed it. It was
Yeah, Dave,
hilarious.
that took a little too long. You usually clock in less than 3 seconds.
People have easy access.
Everything's right here at my fingertips with the jazz. I sit right around. It's wrapped around me.
So, I got two more. This is something you may or may not know. This is more of a fusion fusion jazz funk, French. It's West African synchro eclectic rhythm band. Synchro rhythm eclectic band language. What am I saying?
70s.
76. There's two records by this. This is great. A real just swath of different things going on. But it's a French pressing, French speaking West African. That was from the French dealer Patrick, who was there. I didn't realize he was going to be there. And one more, I have to shout out Hudson Valley Vinyl because I was able to finally upgrade to the original Elements.
Oh, that, huh?
This is such a favorite of mine. So we stopped at Hudson Valley Vinyl at the way there.
70s.
74.
Yeah, I remember selling that.
Yeah, 74.
It's
This is
ABC Impulse, right?
a Milestone.
Oh, right. Okay, never mind.
So if anyone's interested, I have a backup copy, a early 2000s reissue. If anyone's interested to sell,
Yeah.
That's the jazz I bought essentially. There's a bunch of Brazilian too. It was a great
I
fair.
thought you
Yeah,
did. You also
I got a
get,
lot of Brazilian as
Did
well.
you also get the visitors, Dom? I thought you got the visitors.
Oh, I did.
Oh shit!
It's
yeah,
here.
That's right.
It's here somewhere. The visit. Yeah, here it is. Yeah,
The one you didn't get. Mike.
it's a funny story
Oh,
because
what
Mike. Well, I don't want to blow up Mike's
No,
spot.
it's all right. Go ahead.
Yeah, he ended up getting this as well, and the record he wanted me to grab was from the same dealer that had another copy of this. So we both ended up with this. This
Yeah.
is from 71 or 2 as well.
Yeah.
72 on cobblestone.
Yeah.
It's a little bit yellowed on the side, but it's in nice shape. This is from this dealer, Jordan, who remembered me from a year ago exactly what I bought, which I thought was interesting.
Wow.
Yeah. Not that he remembered me, but he
Hey.
remembered what I bought.
Dom, in the business, in the YouTube business, we call them stalkers.
Stalkers. Okay, I should keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Is he watching me right now? That's the
Probably taking notes.
question. Like, oh yeah, visitors. Okay, right.
Shout out to my wife, Akko. She introduced me to that record.
It's
Oh,
super
yeah.
good.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very spacious, really blissful.
All right, Rich, you want to jump in?
Is that it for Dom?
Yeah, as far as jazz anyway.
Oh, jazz. Right. Okay. Yeah. Oh man, I'm such a plebe compared to you guys.
You made good on a
I think you
promise,
did.
man.
I think you did well.
I'm not, I guess I'm just like, I feel like a fish out of water. Cause like, I just kind of like stay stuck in my taste. And like, I feel like so many like experienced record collectors go so deep with like these obscure titles. Like on Joe's wall there that you just showed, I was just like, I know like 3 records on that wall. Like,
Don't be rare shamed. Just whatever you're into.
There's
You're
no
into.
worries, man.
Yeah, that's
A lot of that stuff's overpriced junk anyway.
Yeah.
yeah.
oh, really? Is it? Okay.
It's hip to
Yeah,
be square.
So my basic ass just got some of my usual boring ass balloon note stuff. Yeah, but I saw this. There's some interesting stories here. I saw this record last year and I didn't get it because it was
Mr. and Mrs.
it was too well at the time it was too expensive for me. What did I do? He had it at 400 last year, and this is No Ear, New York No Ear, and I mean last year I was in a whole different mindset. I was just like 400? Are you nuts? And
Looks nice.
yeah, labels are beautiful.
Beauty.
I brought my portable record player. I listened to it. I had already bought a couple records from him. I went back at the end of Saturday. No, before I left Saturday. It wasn't the end of the day Saturday last year. I went back at the end of the day before I left Saturday, and I said 300, even though that was more than I even wanted to pay. And he was like, "No." I got his number from you, Mike. And I called him like a month later, like, "Do you still have that record?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, is there any way that we could meet up and I could make an offer on a couple of your records?" And he was like, "Oh, I'll be there next year. I'll still have it. I only sell at the record
It's a
fair."
confident seller.
And I was like, "All right." But at that time, he told me he was going to give me 20% off. So I was like, "Well, that's close to 300. Okay, sure." And I thought, I'll wait a year, see if I find another copy of it. I haven't found another copy of it. Not for that price or anywhere. So I was psyched to go back and check it out and give it another listen and make an offer. So I did. And I bought another record from him in combination with that. I bought another balloon out of his out of the crate. I bought this one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
Beauty.
Yeah, I really didn't even know this record until a couple of years ago. And that was his initials.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this record. I absolutely adore Tony Williams on that record. And yep, so I got those 2 from him, and he gave me a deal. I mean, this record too, I probably paid a premium for. I would have thought before I researched it that it maxed out at like maybe 6, but these days it maxes out closer to like 900,000. It's pretty crazy if you look on PopPsych.
No kidding.
So, I mean, a lot of these records that were $500-600 5 years ago are now maxing out closer to 1,000. So anyways, his price tag was same as last year, $575, and I was just like, okay, how about I get these 2 for $8? And he hems and haws, and he finally says $850, and I right away say, meet me in the middle at $825, because I was like, even at $800, I feel like I'm paying a premium
Right.
for these.
Yeah.
And he hemmed and hawed and finally accepted 825. I mean, and I'm so jealous of Mike because like Mike sat there and talked to him for 30 minutes and gave him like 40% off. I mean, the record wasn't. Your
$2,000 stimulus check will cover it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So,
I spent only my 5,000 Doge check at the fair.
So yeah. But anyways, that's the most expensive record I own. That's Sam Rivers now.
Wow. I used to have a Music Matters Jazz of that at double 45. I love that record.
I got a original mono of that last year from Billy, rest in peace. But it had some groove wear on it. This copy plays near perfect. It's the first time I've had a record where I hear extremely light ticks during a bass solo, and I go look at the mark and I cannot feel it. I absolutely cannot feel it. So it's like that quiet.
How do you clean your records?
I clean them with a $10,000 ultrasonic cleaner. No, I clean them with a spin clean.
Well, instead of buying those 2 records, you could.
I don't know, but
Guru or something.
I'm not gonna play this game where we debate record cleaners.
Wait. No one was putting that on you. So just chill, relax.
I think Dom has Billy's father's number if you want to return the record.
Wait, sorry, Rob. What was that?
Too soon?
I was just asking how you clean your records. No one's trying to shame you.
I thought. Well, Mazzy made a quick little jab about
Mazzy doesn't
that's my personality.
On an ultrasonic.
No,
I just asked. That's my personality.
Hold on, Mazzy. Mazzy, be serious. He's trying to talk about his experience, and I'm just saying, like a sound like that, a good cleaning. And I was just asking how he cleans. That's all.
Oh yeah. No, I mean that. I mean, I've experienced ultrasonics. I've had my records clean on other ultrasonics. I've owned VPIs for years, and I think I don't want to get into it. But my one realization I had in the last week or two is that there are marks that cause repetitive ticks that, in my opinion, are beyond question will not be helped by any cleaning machine.
Oh, absolutely, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say it's the vast majority of repetitive ticks cannot be helped.
Yeah.
If anything, playing will help. Playing the record might help a little bit.
You sound like the guy who started Riga. He says, "Don't clean your records. You're playing your records cleans your records. Your stylist cleans your records."
Yeah, sort of. All right. So, anyways, I don't want to take up too much time here. So.
Is that tick going to bother you now, or is this you can look past this?
Oh, geez, listen to my podcast if you want to hear me lament about that. It did for a day, and then I kind of got wabi-sabi about it, and I was just like, no record's perfect, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. What it is. I mean, it plays so incredibly perfect. Besides that, I mean, it's very hard to. Sometimes that's the way it is. You get a record that's so beautiful, sounds so beautiful, and it's got this one tiny problem. It's like, are you ever really going to find a copy that is going to beat this copy 99% of the playback time? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's hard.
So what are you bringing with you? What player are you bringing with you to these shows to listen?
I'm bringing the crappiest player with the crappiest, oldest needle that destroys records and makes them sound terrible.
Or are you wearing headphones?
I'm just kidding. I like.
Is it a Soundburger?
I have a Columbia GP3.
Is that
And are you
Japanese?
using
Is that Japanese?
I have headphones. I bring headphones.
So, not to needle on like a sound defect, with the crowd noise and everything going on, do you pick up stuff like that
Well, yes, sometimes. That's a very good question. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I had that very thought after this fair, like, is this even worth it? And it is, because Wes from Wax Paper had an OG Black Fire that looked by and large VG plus, clean, shiny. And I spotted a little mark at the beginning of side one, and I threw it on my player, and I heard it. So I was just like, no, I don't want that. And then I saw a copy of a Hank Mobley record, and it skipped. It skipped on my player. I was totally joking. I have a brand new diamond tip needle on my Columbia, my portable. So I kind of took care of that before I went. But yeah, but like these, I listened to the ballads before I bought them at Joe's table, and they sounded great. I mean, that's the thing, is that like no matter what you do, I mean, there's always going to be something that can pop up and surprise you when you get home. And that's the hard part of record fairs. You can't email the seller and say, hey, this isn't what you said it was. I'd like to make a return.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, most people only visually grade. I bought an import of a
Yeah.
record I love. I'm not getting it's only
Sure.
$40, but I finally played it today, a UK original, and it was noisy throughout, and it's clean. It's a store locally. I'll probably bring it back, and I hate to do that, but he probably bought a collection, and it looks pristine.
Yeah, there's no reason to get angry or upset or
No,
something
not at all.
like
Not at all.
with those situations. It's just like people are going to miss that stuff.
Hey,
you know,
Rich,
and-
there was
Yeah.
there was a guy that I was talking to. We shared the same table because those little tables in the back where the food was, if a chair was open, I'd ask to sit. And there was a guy. He was
Yeah.
selling some records from I think Colombia, and he told me he had been there day one, and he bought a record from the guy that had the Lula Cortez record.
Oh, this was on Sunday?
Yeah, and so he said he bought that record on Saturday. He bought a record from him on Saturday. I think it was $650. I forget which record. He said he took it home, played it. It did not live up to the grade, so he brought it back Sunday, and the guy took it back.
Oh, well, that's totally, I think that's reasonable. I wouldn't
Yeah,
be
if he's a
beyond
New
doing
Yorker, he
that.
lives there, so it's easy for him to
Yeah.
go home.
I mean, well, okay. Well, let me continue. So what I do next? The next place I bought records was Stony Creek.
Yeah.
That dude Jordan was cool. His prices on Discogs are kind of high in my opinion. I've never bought from him on Discogs. But
For some things it was really low. He was definitely all over.
Well, at his table, I thought it was better,
Oh, I see. On Discogs.
And he said that all the stuff at his table was not on Discogs. So
Wow.
So yeah, I don't know. I flipped through. He had 2 full rows of Blue Notes that were like originals.
Yeah.
And one of the first records I pulled out was Freddie Red Shades of Red original mono. I was like, holy crap. And it was beautiful. And it had no sticker. It was make an offer. And he had an original Candy, like stuck featured. He had original Freddie Hubbard Open Sesame for $2,400. It was beautiful. The Candy was make an offer too. But yeah, he was loaded, absolutely loaded. And so yeah, I pulled this one out right here. So this was, the sticker was $250, and back was pretty nice. There was an owner sticker up here that I removed with lighter fluid. I think it came out pretty good.
Yeah.
But this cover is not half bad, is it? And the vinyl, he graded it VG minus. I mean, yeah, it's VG minus VG. It can get a little crackly at times. The labels are very pretty. So it's not super high up on my list, but I love that jacket and that cover, and I love Philly Joe Jones and Hank Mobley and et cetera, et cetera. So I got that from him, and I got this one, which I had only heard, I'd only streamed a couple times.
Cool.
This is on Pacific Jazz, Art Blakey, Jackie McLean, Bill Hardman. This is in excellent condition. The sticker on that was 45. It's got a weird label where it says M4, and I figured out why it says M4, the original mono deep groove pressing.
Huh.
It's what is it? It's now I can't even remember what it is. It's Mark IV because it's under $4. So that was a thing for Pacific. They had a very short-lived series where they wanted them to be under $4.
That's
right.
really cool.
Wait, in the
Yeah.
in the early 60s?
Is this the late 50s or early 60s? Probably early
That's
60s, right?
expensive.
Rob?
So what was a brand new Mazzy? You're old enough to remember. What was a brand new record in the late 50s?
Well, in the 60s, a record was 298 or 398 tops. In the
But
early
wasn't
60s.
there premium? Wasn't there premiums on jazz records?
I thought I feel like
there
I've
was-
seen Blue Notes that were 390,
there were
395 or
premiums on-
398.
There was $1 more for soundtracks and
Stereo, right?
and
Stereo was
classical.
$1 more too, right?
What was?
Stereo was $1 more too, right?
Yes, stereo was $1, but
Yeah. So
when records were 298, stereo was 398. That's in the 60s.
okay. Well, I'll Mike, I'll find the source and I'll have you link people
Thank you
to it
for-
in a second. Okay. Because the source seemed pretty legitimate. It does sound kind of inconsistent with what Mazzy's saying right now.
Maybe it was that guy's father selling those records for a premium back then.
Well, my guess was that it stood for Messengers 4, and that was the fourth group. But I think
It's
by
not.
62, it's definitely not.
I'll link you to the article. It sounded very convincing. We'll have to get the dates
498,
straight with Mazzy.
598 was actually around
interesting.
1970. Around late 60s, 1970s was 498, 598 lists. Well, stereo actually stopped in 68. So
Yeah, it sounds
you
like
might
my
have-
information's incorrect, but we'll have to cross-reference it, I guess. So, I got this one, which was a really weird one. Which he had a clean copy of this that was
Ooh.
that was 400, clean copy for 400. I thought that was actually a pretty decent price. My
Not
buddy
bad for
Mark.
OJC.
My buddy Mark was like, if it was super clean, I'd pay $400 or $500 tops. I was like, dude, are you kidding me? I looked on Pops like it was like it's a $1,200 record, man. Like, what are you talking about? He's like living in the past. So, anyways, this had all kinds of athletic tape around it, and I tried to remove it, and I think I did an okay job. I lost a little bit of the cover there, but it's like split. It's totally split.
That can be fixed.
Oh yeah, I thought about that. I haven't done that yet. I'm not sure. Jury's out on how I feel about fixing those splits. I don't know how I feel about that. How do you feel, Dave?
You can get it slabbed.
It's easier when it's a European cover
Oh,
because
sure.
Yeah,
those
it's glue.
those you can just use a glue stick.
Yeah.
You're just basically putting the glue back on that was there.
Hey,
So
I'll help you out here. And this came from Tom Rashan, who's our friend, and he recommended this. And this I've switched from rubber cement.
Mhm.
I highly recommend getting this. With the kind of narrow pour.
Oh, is that for fixing the seams? You mean?
I fix seams, everything with the cover. Use this.
Well, the expert guy for that, seriously, is Dr. Robert.
But he uses the two-sided tape. I tell you right now. Okay, I'm going to give you a reason why this is better. So when you have real quick, so we can go back to showing the records from the show. When you use this, it seals perfectly. But then if you have seam split with its flaking and the spine, you take the glue and just gently rub it on the spine and the edges. It kind of creates this clear seal. And it really, I could show you some of the records I've done. It'd be hard to tell that there was ever.
It has to be acid-free glues. Yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
this is on Amazon.
Mhm.
Arlene's. You can also use it as lip balm.
Yeah. I got tons of that stuff here. Great.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, so so let me finish my story about the lights out. So got a lot of interesting stories, I think, here. So this I brought it home, cleaned it, whatever. It was VG. I was like, it sounds pretty good. I was like, oh, interesting. He did a very similar format on both sides. He played a long slow blues as the first song. He played like a cooker as the second song and a ballad as the third song. I get it home, I clean it. I spent all that time getting the tape off. I put it on. I'm like, wait a second. Is that the same music? Is that the same music on both sides?
Uh-oh.
And then I'm looking at the spacing between the songs, and I'm like, dude, it's the same fucking music on both sides.
Oh boy.
And I look at the dead wax, and this is the craziest part. The dead wax is different. And on side 2, it even says -B-1. So this means, and here's another plot twist. RBG is etched on side 1, it's stamped on side 2, and it's -1 B-1 on side 2. So frankly, I think it's pretty clear what happened. He had to remaster side 2 for the pressing plant maybe a year or 2 later when he had the stamp for RVG, and he screwed up. He used the side 1 tape instead of the side 2 tape.
Wow.
Well, is that listed on? Do enough people have that?
I just listed it. I'm the first person to list it on Discogs.
That's actually kind of cool, man.
Then now here's a good question.
Yeah, so
I'm selling it.
yeah, and that's why you're going to sell it for probably a decent amount.
Yeah, here's the question: because if you saw the In-Grooves video when I was there, and he had the orange horse pearl on.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So yeah, so that's a question that we discussed amongst ourselves. That's a unicorn, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Now you find the double pressed records, but does that make it add a value? Is it for a collector going, I need to have every version, even if it's a fuck up?
Well, they can go and get a steal right now on Discogs for what I paid for it if they want, because I don't think it's worth anything.
Hey, I have that one, Dave. I have the Ronnie Boykins.
Yeah.
Where it's a different album on the second side.
Albert Eiler.
Yeah. So I have that version.
A copy with yellow vinyl is a little more cool than just
I mean,
mispress.
Well, you need to create the backstory, like in a blog or a video, and then it becomes more famous.
Look, I'm of the school with all these kind of rare psych records, because a guy told me once the reason these Capitol records are worth so much is they sent them back and destroyed them. They didn't make them cutouts. So if you can create enough lore, then it causes people to go, okay, I'll pay this much money for it, right?
Well, I'm sure there's some people that collect mispresses, right?
No,
I mean, so
there's a famous one. There's a live.
I feel like part of me feels bad for them, but
what's worse, that or sealed records?
But some would say I feel bad for anyone who spends $800 or $1,000 on any record. There's people
There's people in the chat right now.
I'm one of them, but I don't feel bad for it. But
I'm not there yet, but I could very well go there any day.
So,
now.
Rich, did you finish there? Do you have any other?
Oh, so yeah. So, anyways, I'm an open book. The sticker on those 3 from Stony Creek was $360. I said I actually listened to like 8 records, and he let me sit back behind his table with my portable to listen. And after like 2 or 3 minutes, he was like, "Hey, man, are you almost done?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I'm almost done, man." And so the sticker was $360. I asked $300, and he hemmed and hawed and was like, "Dude, I'm like, I'm not giving anybody anywhere close to that. I mean, I gave this other guy just a second ago like 10% or something." And then so finally he's like $320. I'm like, okay, all right, fine. So that was $320. So, and then what do I got? One more? Was that one? That was 5? Yeah. Oh my God. I can't even tell this whole story, Mike.
What is it?
I can't even tell this whole story with Coltrane.
Don't tell the whole story, but show the record.
All right. Mike, you tell as much of the story as you want to.
Okay. So
the guy in the street.
Just a high level. There's a seller that has some really rare jazz records that has been trying to sell them to Rich, but he never can commit to a deal. And
is this the guy that was on the street showing it?
Yeah. Oh my God. This is the one. This is the one.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so Rich has been speaking with him. How many years? Like 6 years trying to get these same records. Dude. Anyway, so he came to the show and sold this to Matt from the.
Well, he did this weird thing where he made a deal with Matt to sell it. I really shouldn't be divulging this whole story.
Let's just show the record. Just show the record. Just show the record.
Well, talk about how he was out on the street showing it to everybody online.
Yeah, he was just running around. He was just going. Dude, I don't even know where to begin with this guy. I mean, I just can't. I can't get into it. It's like a 1 hour story.
Let's keep the stream positive.
So anyways, it's really nice. Really nice copy. And It's my buddy Mark, shout out to him from the forest, pointed out to me in his first pressing fundamentalism nerdery that it's not a first pressing, and I totally agree. I looked it up, and I 100% agree that suffix a makes it a second pressing. But man, this thing plays. This is a top copy. It's gonna be hard for you to find a copy that sounds better than that.
And did you say that it's a mono? Did you?
It's mono, and it was 300, and I ended up taking it home for 250.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And the dude
Very
from
good.
I had to leave for a second. The dude from the street.
Yeah, man. Like he told Matthew to see how much he could get for it. And I think there might have been some miscommunication in terms of putting a price on it. And Matthew put a price on it. And then halfway through Saturday, I thought it was gone. I went back and looked for it and I didn't find it. And then at 6 o'clock, I'm sitting behind Matthew's table, just chilling. And I'm like, so you sold a Love Supreme? He was like, no, it's still there. I was like, it's still there? And I sat and I listened to the whole thing on my headphones. And I was just like, dude, this is great. I couldn't believe it. So that's a testament to the fact that some tables go under the radar.
Right.
And stuff just sits there, you know?
Yeah. Well,
And that-
so Matthew is from the Hot Club, New York.
Yeah.
And that's actually where Rich spoke the night before.
Yeah.
He did a kind of a listening session / talk. So, and I, so Matthew is, I consider him a friend. So it was cool. I got to hang out with him a little bit at the end as well. But yeah, so that's Matthew.
He cut crazy deals with people. He's the man. He is the man. And I'll have my talk up on my YouTube channel tomorrow morning. It's the whole video.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'll jump
That's
in
pretty epic.
and show some stuff.
Yeah.
So just the precursor was the night before we all went to the Hot Club, New York, and attended Rich's talk. He just mentioned that he's going to put it up on YouTube. But when I was in the city, I did hit up Ergo, A1, and Jazz Record Center, and I was really being conservative because I wanted to save money for the FMU.
Who was
But I
at
did find-
JRC?
What's that?
Who was at JRC? Because you left.
Fred.
He was there.
Yeah, Fred was there.
Oh damn, man! I wish I should have just gone there with you before I headed back out to the apartment.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I only got one record from A1, and it was because it was basically it's like new old stock, and it was $10. And one record I wanted to get at FMU was a Jack Sheldon record on Jazz West, which Jack Sheldon's a trumpet player that I really like from this era. And anyway, I found this 10-inch. It's Jimmy Giuffre on Capitol, and it was $10. I was thinking of not buying it, but Dave was there and he was like, just get it. It's like mint condition. And so there's two sessions on it. You have Jimmy Giuffre, who is arranger and not composer of everything, but a bunch of his songs are on this. So Jimmy Giuffre, Bud Shank, Jack Sheldon, Shorty Rogers, Bob I can't even say it, Enevoldson, Ralph Pina, and Shelly Mann. So the thing is, if you listen to like Shorty Rogers modern, I think it's called Modern Sounds, you have Shorty Rogers arranging, and I hate to be negative or anything, but he just isn't my favorite arranger. He's fine, but just nothing I really want to purchase. But it's a similar group on this, but Giuffre is arranging, and the compositions and arrangements are odd. They're like avant for the day. This is, I think, a 54 session, two 54 sessions in Hollywood.
Well, was that put on a 12-inch?
Also put on a 12-inch, I think, in 55. So I guess there was just additional material. But this is the original 10-inch, and it has Jack Sheldon on trumpet. So I was like, perfect. Now I have a little bit of Jack Sheldon in my collection. I have also been getting into Capitol because of Birth of the Cool and Tristano. They have some really cool recordings in the late 40s. So anyway, so happy to get this. And like I mentioned, it's like perfect condition.
Looks brand new.
It came with the original Capitol inner.
That's
which
great.
Looked like it was like never pulled out.
So cool. I love when original inners are with records.
Is that recorded? Was that Melrose? What was the studio they had there before?
I don't know if it says here.
Good
What
question.
was the weather that day that they recorded it?
Does it say
Well-
the date of the recording in '54?
It says April 1554 and then February 1954.
My mother was pregnant during that recording.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, and they start off with Four Brothers, which is a Giuffre, famous Giuffre composition that he wrote for, I don't know, maybe it was Woody Herman. I think he played in Woody Herman's group. Anyway, it's not an expensive record, but $10 for like a perfect copy, and I'm into this stuff, so I was like, okay, let me get that. So got that the night before. Then, as I mentioned, I went to Joe's table at 11:30 or so, and I'm talking with him, trying to find something that I want, and I'm pretty selective, I feel like, in what I want to buy. I didn't bring that much money with me. I had $200 cash, and it was $30 entry fee, so I was already at $170. So that was my budget. Okay, I know everybody else brought like 20 times the amount for their budget, but anyway, I wanted to keep it light. So Joe had this for $125. This is what Dom showed earlier, the Visitors Neptune. And this has Joe's initials here.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to have a record of Joe's collection. I mean, I have a few of his records.
Love it or leave it.
But I think it's cool. It has the original inner sleeve and everything. I probably should throw that away. But yeah, so he hooked it up and he sold it to me for $80. I didn't ask for anything. I just said,
Bastard.
just take this. And he was like, just give me $80. I did.
You did better than me on that copy.
But like Dom, I honestly was excited to talk to him. So like before I was even really digging, I was just like telling him, I was like, I'm looking for, Jazz West stuff. I was telling him Discovery, Art Pepper. We were just chatting back and forth a little bit. And then
Mike's the guy that Fred Cohen lets into the back room to look at the special records at the Jazz Record Center.
Do you know that he did?
Because he's so good at talking to people.
But everything they're auctioning.
Anybody who knows the jazz that I'm currently into and can talk about it, I just fall in love with. So anyway, so happy to get this, and I did want to show a couple things related to this. So this is on cobblestone. The other, I only have 3 cobblestones. So I have this, which is a cool one. This is probably one of the more desirable ones, the Catalyst.
Yeah.
So that's another cool one to get. And then the third one I have is this Richard Davis, the Philosophy of the Spirit.
That one was released as a Muse with a different cover.
That's what I have. Yeah, I have the Muse version of that.
Yeah. So those are my cobblestones. I think there's another Catalyst one, but those Catalysts are like $300-$400 records now.
Yeah.
Like I picked up, I forget what this British label released all 4 as 2.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right. You told me about that. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it'll all end next year when Zev releases all of them as reissues.
And then just another related one. And this is the other Visitors I have. So I have 2 Visitor records now.
Oh, wow.
This
that's the other good one.
This is actually my favorite one. Yeah. This one's really good.
I think there are 4, or are there 5 Visitor records?
Something like, I think there's some 4 or 5.
Oh, maybe there's more good ones though than those 2, but those are the 2 I know.
They're all good. They're all good.
But this, I think,
got Kenny Barron on it, huh?
Yeah. So this is Kenny Barron, Buster Williams, Albert Heath,
that's my guy.
Sonny Morgan on percussion. So, yeah. All right. Then the only other, I have 2 more records to show. So then I was digging for 4.5 hours after. So I bought this. It was the first table. And then I didn't buy anything for 4 hours. Nothing. Just digging.
You even come close.
Well, think of my budget. Think of where my budget is already. So I'm less than like $100. And there are some things that are very cool records like Prestige and Blue Notes that I would love to get, but the conditions were not where I was comfortable with. Like they were a lot of stuff. There was really terrible, trashed, great records there. There were tons of them actually.
Mm-hmm. My quick comment about condition and pricing at FMU, and I don't know if it's anywhere else with record fairs or everywhere else in the world or country, but I get a little bummed about how records that are VG that play with noise, how I just don't understand how any record that plays with noise like VG condition can be over $200-$300. Any record at all. It blows my mind. And to see how many were like 500, 600, 800, 1,000. I just don't understand.
Do you think most of these sellers actually listen to the records aside from just visually grading them?
Oh man,
I'd say no.
I think
Yeah,
it's,
exactly.
In my experience going to fairs, it's like 30% of the sellers are the ones that should be there selling. There's a lot of people that
You mean they're
I'll
buying?
buy this. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that we had a Hollywood record fair last week, and all of the people there should have not been selling records. That was-
Riffraff.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, you're snooty. You're
no,
snooty.
I'm not snooty. I think there has to be some sort
Not
of.
everybody wants rare records, Rob.
No, well, okay. A lot of shows are as good as the person that runs it, like the Vinyl Con guy. That
There are a
guy
lot of
knows what he's doing.
Newer people that buying records that
Well,
aren't going to
I
spend
don't know.
over
I don't know how you.
$20 for a record.
But here, a lot of private people at going there with their collection to sell off stuff really shouldn't be there selling.
Hey, Rob, this is a good segue into my conversation. Well, that I had a conversation with Chad because he was there.
How did you
And-
recover from it?
I'm fine. I had to deliver him a message from Teddy, but
Okay.
anyway,
Did
so
you
he'd know.
deliver a
Well,
message
basically,
from
so he'd
me?
know how I am. But it was cool.
The
He
dead
was-
fish in a wrapper.
Chance and Rojas and them were getting a picture with him, and I took the picture, and then I started talking to him. He was bringing up the fact that he's going to be doing a record fair, and he
We're all
wants
going to
to be,
Salina. We're all going to Salina in October.
yeah, he wants it to be only high end dealers, and he wants it to be VC oriented, oriented towards the vinyl community members.
Does he
So
really
it's just
mean
something
that?
he's got in the works.
cool.
But he doesn't want. He said, I don't want all these other sellers there that are like what you're talking about, Rob.
Yeah,
like,
Riff.
Like
Well,
Yeah.
There'll be more buyers than sellers.
to go back to
Get a
the
hotel room for $19.99 a night in Salina. So
to go back to the hold on. To go back to the condition conversation, one thing that I've been noticing that I'm starting, I feel like I'm developing a firm opinion on this, where I'll see a seller either say or write out that the record is it plays mostly VG plus, but in some places it plays VG, and I just feel like
Then it's a VG record, right?
Yeah.
exactly. I just
Yes.
feel like the record is just a grade, and you could say it plays quiet most of the way, and there's a little noise here. But to use the grading scale like that, I feel like I feel like it's a common thing people do. But if it plays great most of the way, and there's still a problem with it, that makes it VG. Then it's just VG. It's a VG record, and
It is, and you
provide,
can add an explanation
right.
to
Yeah,
explain
she
that it's
sounds all right.
mostly not that, but
Yeah.
that should be. I agree. That should be the grade. I just randomly this morning saw somebody. I see this all the time. VG, maybe VG plus.
Yeah.
Maybe to who? To the liberal, grader that doesn't care. I mean,
So I have my auction tomorrow, and I've actually steered away from giving it a VG grade. I'll tell you, it plays excellent. There's some leaching marks on it. I'll try and be specific because I'll play grade and clean them. But I just feel, and don't get me started on those Japanese people with their the whole alphabet grading their records.
oh my god, yeah.
All right. Let me jump back in with some
All right.
issues. I could talk about grading for the rest of the stream.
Let's
honestly.
talk about it later. I love that topic.
So
Tell us what you did for 4 hours. That seems weird.
I met up with Eddie from the VC.
Yes.
He did the jazz tag last year, and I think he got a lot of grief for it.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember this?
No, I think it was joking, at least
Yeah.
from me. Eddie's
Yeah,
a great
it was.
guy. Eddie's a good guy.
We had a great. Honestly, I spoke with him for like 10 minutes. We had a really good conversation. So Eddie, if you're watching, it was really fun meeting you.
Yeah,
Did
And
you
then-
pay him the rest of your
Yeah.
money?
And then also Lawrence Lipkin
Yeah.
also came out, and I got to hang out with him a little bit too.
A lot
There
of
were-
Jews in New York.
There were also some other folks that came up and said like, "Hey, enjoy the show and everything."
how many
So
autographs did you give?
That was cool. It was fun.
Hey,
Um,
Mike,
Did he hand you free
Mike, I
records
had-
while
I
you
had-
were there?
strangers coming up to me all day on the first day because they see me on this.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah,
from all
no,
over-
It's
You sure that wasn't your parole officer, Dave?
well,
well,
they did have to
you are
check my
from New
ankle
York,
bracelet.
right?
Yes.
well, the record fair is our people. This is our, this is,
Yeah.
so.
For better or
Hey,
worse.
wait, here's a good question for you, Mike. This is, I think, a good question.
Okay.
What was the demographics of most of the show in what you thought?
Old
Well,
white
it was,
men.
Old white men?
I mean,
I don't, honestly, I couldn't even tell. My head was down digging like the entire
true.
time. I was like, so like, I did not look at my phone. People were texting me. I was just so in the zone with this and just enjoying it. Like to get out of it in any way was just, so anyway.
When I was in New York at the show 2 years ago, when I met Dom and the group, it seemed like there was a real mix of people and ages there. I don't.
There,
it's
I
not-
mean,
Yeah, there was.
There,
Yeah, I
there
thought
was there were women there. WFMU
Yeah,
tracked some
I
women.
hit on every
Did they
one of
get
the
free
women
records?
that was there that was in the Record Safari movie.
of course you did.
well, you know what was cool?
Every one of them.
But you know what was cool?
You
Like,
watched Dexter?
No,
No.
the Record Safari movie, the two ladies that got featured in there, they were there. You better believe I was talking to them.
So like one example, like I was mostly looking just for jazz bins and just looking through all of them, but I would pass like a table and it was clearly like this seller's collection. He's not like a big seller, or I don't know, but it's just like, and all he had was like old rockabilly. So I just like walked up to them and started talking to them because I can appreciate someone who gets that deep into something like that and I don't know, and loves it. So there were those types of sellers too that I thought were really cool.
Mike, was he all the way in the back corner?
He was in the back corner, yeah.
Yeah, I bought a Cramps record from that guy. He was great.
Yeah, he had like a little wall behind him, like a little makeshift wall, and it had like all these 78s, and he had some Sun 78s in there. And so I was looking at
Oh
those.
yeah, we were looking at that.
He told me all that was his personal collection.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It was just like, and there was a number of guys like that. So one of them sort of was this French seller that Dom, you mentioned. I think, did you say his name was Patrick?
Yeah.
That's the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I went up to his table once, and then after the break, and when we came back, I went back to his table because he had 2 rows of 7-inch French records, French 7 inches. And the French 7 inches are beautiful. They're not pressed on styrene, I don't think. I think most of them are pressed on vinyl. They're EP 45s, so they'll have like 4 tracks on them, and they have a cover that's slicked out. So I was looking through all of them. I found a George Arvanitis one where he was playing organ. I decided not to get that one, but that one I kind of regret leaving. But I found this Sonny Chris, who I've been getting into recently. I mean, this is Polydor.
Oh, Paul.
Now, the thing is, this is from 62, and Chris went to Paris in 62 and recorded a number of sessions for, I guess, a couple different labels. And the Henry Renaud is the piano player, and I have a number of his records from the early 50s that I really love too. He was a great collaborator with U.S. artists during the early 50s. He was like one of the guys that like worked with, these Americans to bring like bop over to Paris early on. And so this is 62 session. It's blues for flirting. So this is like jazz you'd probably want to play in like a cafe or something. So it's nothing like, but I will say Sonny Chris, there are moments on this where he's ripping on that alto. So anyway, so I thought this was a cool one because the 12-inch copies of this are generally very expensive. I think, Rob, you have the reissue box of this.
Is it French?
It's French, yeah. So
yeah, I have that.
So anyway, so I got a 45 and it was $15. It was 20.
Were
and
those
then
in a lot of jukeboxes at the time, do you think?
What's that?
Were those in a lot of jukeboxes at the time, do you think?
I think it's what people listen to at home.
Yeah.
In Europe, I would think. But I spoke with him and I was going through like his boxes and asking him about, like, he had a Archie Shepp Oro. He had the guitar player. I'm forgetting his name now. It's like Thompson or Thomas. He had a bunch of Renee Thomas records. He had I wanted to walk away with a French jazz artist records, but all the ones I wanted were like $300. So
really?
I wasn't going for that. But so this was 20. He gave me it for 15, and it's like mint. Like, who probably was never. I put a little. But anyway, so I got that.
That's cool.
So that was my second pickup. And then the third pickup was like the last 10 minutes of the show. Rich and Jesse we were digging. Jesse and I were digging at this one place that it was just fun to dig and just like goof around. So we were doing that for a while.
Yeah, you almost got Lou Donaldson, Lightfoot, and I was like, dude, look at the back of that cover, man. Come on, leave that.
I don't remember. Oh yeah, I remember that. So then Rich was at a table across from us, and he's like, "Hey, come check this out." And it was an old Prestige record. And Rich, I'm not sure why you didn't buy it, but you seemed to pass on it. So they had this Soul Train first pressing.
Got that looking good though, man.
Yeah, first pressing for $95 was the sticker on this. So I thought, okay, I'll offer 80. I have $80 left. I'll go, I'll see if I'll take it for 80. So I go over.
And this is Vinyl Rescue. Really, really, really nice.
Vinyl Rescue. Mm-hmm. So he's like, yeah, that's fine. And I was like, great. It's going,
awesome.
I'm going to appreciate that because that's a great deal for this. This is like,
Mike's about to turn up the heat on you guys.
So I open up my wallet and there's only $60 in there. So I'm like, where did the rest of my money go? And I don't really remember where it went. I guess maybe I bought food. I guess I don't know.
Were you standing next to Dave for any length
I was
of time?
$20 short, and I thought I maybe dropped the 20 or something. Anyway, he was just like, just give me 60. So I was like, thank you. So I got a first pressing Soul Train. Plays really clean.
Yeah.
The bass solos, there's like a little bit of very light noise, but for my
What would
ear,
you call it? Strong VG?
Strong VG. So I got it for $60.
I mean, that's an $800 record, man.
And the spine is
nice.
Clean.
So anyway, so I'm glad I saved my money. And the thing is, here's the thing. At the end of the day, like, would he have done that at the beginning of the day? I mean, I don't know. I mean, but at the end of the day, where he's literally going, he's like closing up shop and just wants to like maybe just finish. I don't know. He gave me a deal. So
like working in advertising, it's not what it used to be.
No.
I think some people are just like, look, they want to make a deal. They don't want to take these records home. There's money on the table.
Yeah,
like, let's do it.
That's how Mind Cure is.
It's like, be reasonable, and they'll take it.
It's kind of interesting how a lot of people will do that Saturday night, even when Sunday's still ahead.
Yeah.
So Rich and I were thinking that he may have thought that the first pressing had an NYC label, and this is the Bergenfield.
Yeah.
But
that may
I don't know. I mean, I don't know why it was so affordable.
That could happen. That could happen with Soul Train. There's a handful of records like that where people might think it's NYC, but it's not, and they might underprice it.
So this record has, let me quickly do the lineup here. So it's Red Garland, Paul Chambers, Art Taylor, and they do Good Bait, which is a classic.
I want to talk about you.
Yeah, I have the 7-inch of that.
And Coltrane is doing Sheets of Sound.
Right.
What is it? Gittler that coined Sheets of Sound, or was that Leonard Feather? Anyway, he does Sheets of Sound on this. This is
shreds on that, man.
So in the chronology, Blue Train comes like the year before this.
Right? 6 months.
6 months. Okay.
Yeah.
And then he does a number of Prestige titles, including this one. So anyway, so happy to get this. So the last thing I'll say is I'm really happy. I'm thrilled. I'm like, got some great records. I had such a fun time. And I'm on the train home and I'm thinking, there was one record that I was saving in my back pocket from, who is it? It was Jordan at,
Stony Creek.
At Stony Creek. He had a Max Roach Members Don't Get Weary for 70. And I've wanted this record for a while. And I thought 70 was a good price, but I didn't realize how good of a price it actually is until I got home and looked it up. So I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to get this record. That was the one time I could have got this damn record. So the next day I started to get upset about it. So I messaged basically everybody saying like, are you going to the fair today? And then I connected with Dave and I was like, Dave, can you go over to his table, see if he still has it and offer 60. And then Dave connected with Dom and Dom had cash on him still. Thank you, Dom. You're the man.
Yeah, because that guy was cash only.
Yeah.
So Dom went and he got that Visitors record and he bundled it with mine and got a percent off for it. And then I got a great deal too. So thank you. And that's in the mail. So I'll probably show that next week.
Probably turns up tomorrow. Yeah.
But
it was a great price. That was a nice copy too.
Teamwork. Yeah, I saw the copy.
Teamwork.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's total masterpiece. I mean,
we are the world.
It could be like a Strata East record with it's Stanley Cowell, Charles Tolliver.
It essentially is. It's just pre-Strata, essentially.
I mean, and the track with the vocals on it what hit me about it is
Andy Bay.
I think last year I went with like Chris from WCB Vinyl, Roberto, and Mike Notes and Tones to see a Tyson Shorey show. And it was freaking wild. The whole, I mean, they are just incredible musicians, incredibly captivating. And they're playing all this like free avant, and then they'll switch to swing track and back to, and it's just incredible, the musicianship. And then all of a sudden at the end of that show, it goes like pretty silent. Like there's music, but it goes silent. And this woman walks on stage real slowly. And then she starts like doing all this weird, like clearing of her throat. I was just like, oh, is she gonna I don't know what she's doing. Is this like more avant stuff? And then she starts singing Members Don't Get Weary from this album. And it was like one of the most impactful moments I've ever seen in performance. I haven't gone to too many concerts, but I mean, this thing like was making me cry. I mean, it was incredibly beautiful and powerful. So after that, I was like, I need this, like I need to have this record in my collection. And it's like $150 plus record. All the I think it's 68. I think all the 1968 copies are like 150 to start.
Mike,
So
I got mine for $25 at Lunchbox.
Yeah.
Well, the copies you usually see are the red and green label, or the orange and green label, which is what I have. I think Dave has the first label, which is much rarer even.
Yeah, so this was the orange and green, but still.
Is that 1968 you said?
Yeah.
I think so.
So did they get that from Women Do Get Weary from Try a Little Tenderness the year before or the 2 years?
No, I think it's a gospel. I think it's a church like.
Well, probably Otis Redding got it from the church too.
Stereo,
yeah. So that you never see that one.
Yeah, it walked into Lunchbox. He had a stack of records that just came in. He hadn't priced anything yet. I said, I grabbed it and I said, well, I'm getting this one. How much? And he goes, oh, I don't know, $25. And I ran out of there.
But Dom, that was the other thing, because the one you got me was the green and red label. Yeah. So I thought maybe this one's not like, maybe 70 is like what it goes for.
I have the red. I have the red and
green
white label.
Hey Dave, was there a guy selling records out in the street in front of Lunchbox also?
No, but that he had. I couldn't believe it, man. We're on the street waiting to get in, and this guy is just going around.
He had the sign.
The record.
Parading the record too, right? Yeah.
Wait, Dave, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
The amount of times you say you go into Lunchbox and grab a record and run out, have they go, like next time they go, why do you keep running out of the store?
Yeah.
It's just
you got to buy some other stuff to not be so suspicious.
Yeah, I know. You're
right,
labeling yourself.
Quickly, just top level in terms of your experience and how it compares to previous FMUs. Dave, how do you rank this year's?
I was all the vendors that I dealt with were fantastic. Like right out the gate, Dom and I walked in and we immediately go to the Human Head area, and there's a guy there that's kind of piggybacking with the owner of Human Head, and he had only two crates. That's it, right? 2 boxes?
Yeah. 2, 3, maybe, yeah.
I think it was 2 boxes. I think it was just the 2. It was all Brazilian originals. And, I was like, Dom's flipping through, and I was like, oh, I need that one. And I grabbed the Veloso record. And then what is it? Elise and Tom, which is. So I saw that one, and I had Dom flip back, and he handed me that one. And I said, well, I'm going to take these 2. And at the beginning of the day one, you're not expecting anything but list price on these records. You're not.
We got significant discounts. Yeah.
Yeah. The guy gave me $30 off without asking.
Yeah.
So I was super stoked.
In terms of inventory, like the whole package of the fair, how does it stack up against like last year or the previous year?
It was very similar to last year with the setup. They had the same food and drink vendor back there. It's good, man. It's good.
But you can leave now, right? You can leave and come back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, definitely.
That Queens thing was fucked up.
No, we'd go to lunch, get pizza, and go back in day one.
Yeah.
We got a slice of pizza.
All right, Rich. How do you rank this year's FMU?
Dave makes a good point. It was very similar to last year, and it was very satisfying. It's just a combination of seeing a lot of awesome records. I get a rush from just negotiating. And I love just like chatting with people and meeting people. And I decided after this past weekend, after the fair, that I want to go to Austin.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Dom, why don't you come April to Den Bosch?
I'm gearing up for Den Bosch. It's coming.
Yeah,
I don't know
this
about-
is Den-
I'm
you guys
thinking about
tell
it.
me.
I'm
You guys
thinking
always
about
saying
it, but I don't know.
that's expensive.
I don't know about-
gotta imagine that's expensive.
It's not.
April's
Oh,
gonna
well,
be hard, but
While I was hanging out with the Ingroove and Angelo Kelly, they were kind of explaining to me it really isn't that expensive. Like to get a hotel there and the food and everything.
that's what I heard. Yeah.
Not much.
Well, what about the records? That's what I'm talking about. The
Well, I
prices.
mean,
It's every mix like anywhere else.
no, like Angelo says, it's whatever price you're at. You know what I mean? You can get records affordably, but you're getting, like, for me, I want Soul Note and Black Saint and Steeplechase records that I can't find here. They're there.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're not expensive.
And like Angelo said
Right.
to me, like I said, what if I bring 30 or 40 soul records? Like he goes, they want those. They can't get those there.
Yeah.
So if you bring them with you, you have negotiating.
You know what I gotta do? I gotta go to a record fair in the UK and where they got like tons of Esquires. That would be amazing.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
I never see them anywhere.
Go to
Yeah.
Leeds, the Leeds
All right.
Record Fair.
Going to Dom. Dom, how do you think this year's fair stacked up?
I would say from what I brought home this year was probably my favorite in terms of what I found. Similar, yeah, it was similar to last year in terms of who was there and everything. Chad being there was a new one. That was
Yeah.
fun. There was a record. His guy there was trying to sell me that I couldn't make a deal on that
Did
ended
Chad?
up being
they have
ended up being a little bit of a
records?
craw. What's that?
Did he have used records too, or just his reissued?
Well, I'm not totally clear on it, but he had a guy with him who was standing at his table who seemed to be administering a few boxes of records. I
That
think
guy
they were
Paul
Chad's.
Was the guy
Not necessarily.
That's
like
probably his.
his secondhand man, whatever
Yeah,
guy.
they buy catalog
Tall
stuff.
dude.
so it's probably-
Yeah, I had a little bit of not a run in, but like a last minute deal that I tried to make, and Chad sort of shut it down. Or I don't know if Chad shut it down, but he didn't. He had this Ahmed Abdul Malik I want, the last one I need.
Dom,
Which
I heard
one?
about this?
Dom, shut the fuck up, Dom.
It's the Eastern Moods of Ahmed. Yeah. So he had like 275
Is
on
that
it.
RCA? Is that the RCA one?
No, it's the only one on Prestige. I think it's the only one on
New
Prestige.
Jazz?
Okay.
I have it. That's
Okay.
my most
Prestige.
expensive record I have.
I know,
All right.
I know you have it, but but I never see this record better than VG. It's always every time copies come up, people want $200, $300, $400.
Hey Dom,
You know,
Mine's BG.
I just saw a copy somewhere, so I'll try to recall where. Other than that, from that guy, I saw
Anyway,
a copy on a wall.
it was like what you're saying. They're like, oh, it plays really great, except for this one area where there's all these, clicks or all these sort of pops or whatever. It's like 2 minutes. So, I guess it's VG, but it's really plays better, plays like near mint or VG plus, but whatever. So I was like, okay, whatever, what do we got to do here? So the sleeve is VG for sure. And he wants 275. And I'm like, look, I'm not paying, that kind of price for 2 minutes of problems, And so he's like, well, make me an offer. And this is after I'd already gone there a few times. And this is like 5:00 on Sunday where he saw me sniffing around and he was like, hey, you want to come look at this record again? I was like, okay. And so I'm like, I'd buy it for 150. That's what that's what
a
I
good
did.
price.
Yeah.
Is it still a $700 record or something, right?
I don't know. It's debatable, right? It depends on the condition. I mean,
Well, and that's another thing. How many times is it sold?
not that many.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. Because like I got it at a record store where he let me look through a box and I pulled 5 records out, and just to get rid of me,
Yeah.
he priced them all cheap. So I bought it for like $60.
That's how you do it. That's the move. But so I'm like, that's what I would do it for. And he's like, well, how about 2? I'm like, no. And I was about to walk away and Chad grabs it from him and he looks at it. And I start talking to Hey Joe for a minute. And Chad's saying like talking to him. He's like, yeah, we'll do 2. And I'm like, I'm out. See ya. And that was it.
Dom, you were the other person you were talking to was Matt.
Who I just mentioned.
That was with Chad.
I don't know his name. don't know
So
his name.
if it was the guy with Chad, see, I'm trying to figure this out. I think it was Matt Luthans, the mastering engineer.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
more than
Matt's
likely.
a good guy. Matt's a good
Well,
guy.
if you show me a picture of Matt Luthans, I could tell you.
Well, I feel really embarrassed because I was on a Zoom chat with him a couple of years ago where he was like
I'll have to
showing
look
us
him up
around
here.
the mastering studio at QRP.
Yeah.
And he said hi to me after I said hi. It's kind of funny because I said hi to Chad. I'm a big fan. I said my name to him. I was hoping he'd actually recognize my name, and he didn't.
Okay.
And just chatted with Chad for a very brief amount of time. And then I turned and Matt was there. He was like, "Hey, Rich," because Matt learned how to master from Kevin.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Kevin about learning how to master from Kevin, and Kevin told me that he was busy with Matt, and we had this kind of like triangle of conversation, and I totally spaced out, and I was like, is that really Matt? Because he said something about being in the Northeast or something. I was like, that's not Matt Luthans, the engineer.
Matt lived up in Seattle area for a while.
That's not the impression. The impression
Yeah,
I got
right. I
was-
knew that. I think I knew that, but I think that was him, though. I think that was him.
He wasn't
He's like
selling
tall
records,
and
was he?
balding. Is that him?
Matt is
No.
balding. Matt Luthans is
No.
balding.
No.
This
Isn't he
this guy was
bald?
younger. This guy was younger.
Wait, Matt,
What?
is Matt
Matt's like
Luthans?
in his 50s, isn't he?
I
Matt,
can't
I think
find.
he's got a
I
full
can't
head
find a
here.
picture
Anyways.
of him. I can't find.
Anyways,
a picture.
I think it was him.
Matt Luthans.
And I was awkwardly hesitant to talk to him because I wanted to look at more records, and I feel bad because if I knew it was him, I would have talked to him for a half
Right,
hour.
right.
So
Is this him?
No.
yes, that. Oh,
Well,
that's him?
that's not the guy I was dealing with for this.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not. But I think
don't
that's
remember.
Matt.
I don't
That's
remember
Matt,
seeing
though.
him. No.
He was at
Okay.
the fair, though.
Was he?
That was the
He
guy
might
who
have
said
been.
hi to me. Yeah.
This
I
guy
wish I
maybe
knew
was
that.
just helping
I
him with
screwed
his
that up.
used
I
records.
screwed that up.
I
Anyway.
wish I
But-
knew that. I didn't see Chad. I didn't see a lot of. I didn't see Chance. I didn't see. There were like a number
I
of
did.
people
They
that
were,
were there.
they
that
were
I was
avoiding you,
there.
Mike.
I know.
Well, you missed
But,
the dinner. You missed the dinner, Mike.
Yeah, I was honestly. I could not wait to get on the train and just sit down and go
My
home.
legs were
I
pretty
was
tired by 7
so
o'clock.
exhausted from that entire day.
Well, I would say though, I mean, just to recap I mean, it was similar to last year in terms of who was there, and I do like that place. I think I do have a little bit of a soft spot for the Brooklyn venue that they had there, but in terms of the outside area and going and coming back, that kind of sucked. But this was great for convenience and where it was located, and I just found never was sticker price sort of where I was living. It was always offers, and everyone was happy to make deals, and I was cash was king, So
I had
was
an
happy with it.
excellent time. I thought everybody that I ran into was cool. Like I was so focused on digging, but so was everybody else. So it was like we were like saying like hi, but then we were all excited to go back and just dig and and then towards the end when we were just doing it together, that was really fun to like just
Yeah,
pull
that
out
was really
records and
nice.
show everybody.
That was a
Yeah.
nice rhythm. That was a nice flow that we had where like early on everybody was like, are you nuts? No, I'm trying to look at these records. It's like people are texting each other like, where are you? Nobody's looking at their phone. Nobody's looking at their phone.
I'm
Forget
sure-
about it.
I had such a good time.
But then
back
at the
to
end we
you.
slowed down, it emptied out. We started to goof around. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Sunday was the best
Well,
week. Because
yeah, that would have been even better.
You
Yeah.
know, Dom, I
there
saw
was
you.
no one there, man, as compared to the day one. You could move around. It was just easy going, and a lot of the
Yeah.
a lot of the VC was still there on the
Yeah.
second day.
Yeah.
So
It is-
I
I
really
do-
enjoyed the second day.
In a weird way, I do regret not being able to connect with people and chat and just hang out for longer. Because like last year, I met Chance last year, but it was like a minute. And Dom, I met you last year, and it was like 30 seconds.
It's too
So-
bad there's not a spot like remember the 2 years ago that
Billy's.
Billy's Salon
Oh,
was like
yeah.
the
That
best.
was
Yeah, I
cool.
didn't go to
It
that.
was
That's
chill.
right.
You could shop. You could play chess.
That's
you
right.
can
I
beat.
forgot about
You
Billy.
can
Yeah.
beat. You can beat your ass off another chess player.
That was one thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same without Billy, man.
No, and
Yeah,
his face and his vibe. He's such a cool guy. That was the best.
But his partner was there, and I got to speak with him. His business
See, I
partner.
didn't know that. Yeah, where were they?
They were by Human Head, but on the other side of the aisle, but a little bit further
Oh.
down.
Okay.
And,
he have a store just does
and I-
deal.
He literally brought like a few boxes, and I think he was there just to hang out. So like,
Yeah.
I went up to his table and we chatted for a little bit.
The younger dude, right, with dark
The
hair.
younger dude.
Yeah.
So that was
Okay.
nice. We spoke about Billy for a little bit, but that was nice that he showed up and was still having.
I got a funny Mike Mike's story real quick. So it was like, what was it, like probably 12 o'clock? You were there for a half hour. I found you in the corner there near the 10 inches, remember?
Yes. Yeah.
And we were looking at the
That's
10 inches.
suggestive.
And we're talking about whatever. And like I'm thinking in my mind before you say it, like, where's this conversation going here? Because like time is money right now. And like before I can even say anything, Mike's like, all right, I'm a degenerate, so I gotta go. I gotta go look at records. I was like, thank you. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Me too. Later, dude.
Yeah. That's it. It was so fun. And then I'm so happy that I went. I was waffling on going, but I'm so happy that I went.
Yeah, I think for me, like Dom and I were in the first couple of bins there with that Brazilian stuff, and then I went my separate way, and Brandon was already on a mission from God, going another direction, and then I think it was probably when I started to bonk like a cyclist. I mean, it hit me hard. I was like, because I hadn't really eaten or drank much during the day, because I was just my whole mind was just in the zone of records.
Yeah, I didn't eat, but
I hit a wall.
I had a full whatever you call it, Nalgene. I had a full thing of water I was drinking the whole time.
Yeah, that's the lesson learned this year, was lots of these. And
Did they have I thought the first time when Mazzy went, there were like what you could bring in with you. Was there like,
this time they didn't look
They
through
didn't even
my
check
bag.
my
or
bag.
anything.
Did they didn't even check
Just-
my
there
bag.
was like high security that Brooklyn show
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah.
it was
or
terrible.
Queens. It was technically Queens, but
So I did want to bring it back.
Venue itself was great.
I wanted to
Yeah.
bring it back to the condition. And I have a question for you guys. What if the seller says visually VG but plays VG plus? Where are you guys at with
I
that?
punched them in the face.
Well, I can
call
see
bullshit.
that.
well, it's definitely a thing. It definitely happens.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't
Sometimes
know.
you get new records. You know, there's people that head explode. You buy a new record and it has some aberrations physically, but it plays perfectly. I don't personally care, but some people's heads explode because there's some kind of aberrations in the pressing, but you don't hear them when you play them. And I know people that return.
But everyone's setup's different, you know. Like Rich was saying earlier,
Yeah, but you would hear. I mean,
the record skipped on his little portable thing.
skipping is a different
Why
thing. I'm
not
talking
skip
about
on a
surface.
I would guess it wouldn't skip on my home setup, and I just didn't want to go there with it at that point. You know?
You have to make a judgment call.
for that amount of money.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
how about I don't want to manipulate the time, but what about if you see a bunch of people in front of a seller? That must mean they're legit, right? And
Yeah.
like sellers that don't have people in front of them,
Yes.
they kind of gain a reputation very quickly like that, right?
Okay, so here's some etiquette. So sometimes like there's like a jazz band and I could see that I want to go through it, but there's
Mhm.
somebody there
Mhm.
going through it. So obviously I'm going to wait, but then there's somebody next to that person who maybe then be shifting over.
Yeah.
So then it's a
Gotta wait.
question of, do I just walk away and come back later? Which is sometimes the case.
here's my other question of etiquette
Yeah.
for digging. Do you go over
No,
the person?
never.
Obviously,
Yes.
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 But should you go
Yes.
left
read
to
my
right?
Boomer Scalper
Should you go-
article about
Should
this.
you go
I've-
left to
I've done
right,
it.
or
I've done it.
like
Yeah.
Hebrew, right to left? You should only go left to right, like in English. unless
Just say
you need to
excuse
go.
me.
Depending on what time it is, like go over.
Yeah,
and
I would
just,
only
you know,
do that-
Don't if they're coming up and they're finishing their crate, like get out of their way. Hurry up, get out of their way.
I
Don't.
was
I will
with
say,
Dom near the.
If there's
Yeah.
two crates, there's one in the back and one in the
Right.
front, and they're in the front one.
Yeah.
You can flip through the
No,
back one,
no.
but
I
it's
say
not- I don't
depending
wanna
on the
go through
time,
crate
depending on
they're in.
how much.
I have a
I think
solution
that's
for
rude.
Depending on how
this.
busy it is.
You bring
Come
me
1
with
o'clock.
You bring me with
Yeah,
you.
you
I'm
don't
sending
you don't
You
front
need
or
Rob,
back
yeah.
mount someone else's crate, Mike. No. You
When
know,
the
I have
general
long
mission
elbows.
started,
They're sharp.
It's a
When the
blue
general-
note crate. If it's a blue note crate, maybe.
once 1 o'clock came around and the general mission came in, like there was 2 people to
There's
every
people-
single box,
yeah,
so you
jump-
had to.
Reaching over everybody. Yeah.
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 All of a sudden, the aisles were just
I don't
jammed.
like reaching.
I
from
would
the
say
back.
I don't think I got. I don't think I had any issues with any like negative vibes from it.
No,
I can't think of it.
Yeah, I was
No.
constantly talking to people like that. I was standing next to the dealers. Like, you know, I I was very apologetic. I didn't want to get in anybody's way. I didn't want to piss anybody off. The one thing that happened that was a little awkward was this guy over by the French Cellars. He had Love Supreme and Blue Train on his wall, and he had like a VG Mono Love Supreme for 350, and I was just like, that's close, but not quite. And then I saw the Blue Train. It was like the West 63rd R, registered trademark R1, and it was strong BG 250. I thought, okay, that's pretty close. And when I handed it back to the guy to put back on the wall, I was like, that'll sell. And he was like, okay.
Well, that brings me
Like,
to the
like
to
that,
the-
like he was offended. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why don't you buy it then?
well, so there's a weird dynamic because I like to talk to anybody who's into records, including these sellers, but these sellers want to sell, and they're especially when it's busy. It's like I don't want to bother them at the same time. because
Yeah,
it's like,
sure.
it's just a weird dynamic because it's not like I'm talking to my friend. Like this guy is like covering his section, making sure nothing is getting like stolen. He's, it just
was reportedly a white album, or not a white album. The Butcher cover got stolen.
Oh yeah, I heard
I'm
about
not
that.
surprised that
Which-
somebody
which
didn't walk away
vendor?
with a box or something.
I
like
mean,
Well,
it's
There was
great.
the one dealer that
Yeah.
had like 3 of them on easels. Do you remember that he was in the back wall by the bar? He had 3 different Butcher covers on easels.
Okay.
I don't know if it was one of those, but
Okay.
that was
Wow.
circulating that somebody walked off with
But
a Butcher
I-
cover because it was busy. It gets busy. You hand someone
Wow.
something.
Yeah,
and then,
there were,
Yeah,
The-
3:30, 4 o'clock on day one. It was a sea of people, man.
That's what I
Yeah,
mean.
it's-
It's like it's not time. Like it's fun to chit chat amongst us, but like for the sellers, they're like they need to be on.
1 o'clock seems late to open up a thing. I know it was 10 o'clock for early, but 1 o'clock. I mean, usually
agree.
here we'd have like an 8 o'clock early and 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. But 1 o'clock seems late for public entrance, don't you think?
Yeah, it got crazy.
On a Saturday?
Yeah.
Somebody
around
stole
around
visitors
3:30,
from
4 o'clock,
here.
you couldn't breathe in there.
Well, I actually have the best question to ask about the show.
No, you didn't.
How you wait, Mazzy? You're going to agree with me. Okay, guys who went there, was BO a big problem there?
not that bad actually. I gotta
No.
say, I'm sensitive to that.
I'm not joking.
Yeah, I know.
No,
I
I
would say
know.
I would say
It's-
no. I wasn't actually that bad.
No,
it was a warm day too. It was weirdly warm, actually.
Yeah, it was.
yeah. I was overdressed, and that's part of the reason I dehydrated too, because I had a jacket. Luckily, our friend Frank that stayed with us, he was helping a dealer from Indianapolis sell records, and helped him load in and all that, and he let me put my coat behind their table. for
Where
the
did you
day.
guys stay this year?
Manhattan, 2nd
We
and 45th.
stay, yeah.
Was it an
but you-
Airbnb?
Yeah.
It's a
'Cause it's hard
fantastic
getting
location.
I used to go to New York twice a year for work for almost 30 years, and lately it's hard to get Airbnbs because they cut them back.
Mazzy, I booked that probably Dave, April or something?
May, at
Maybe
latest.
earlier. Yeah, I don't even remember. Yeah.
Because
I know what-
there's fewer, and the hotel prices have been jacked up since it used to be. So
That was that place was so mint. Like you could
It was
you
a good
walked
deal.
downstairs, you made a left, and the first place was a place to get shawarma, and then next to that was a pizza place, and then across from that was the butcher, and then next to that was this amazing grocery store. We had everything right at our fingertips.
Dave, sorry, what was the intersection
it
you
was
were
in
near?
Chelsea, right?
No, this is Midtown East, 45th and 2nd. So not far from Grand Central. So we walked to Grand
yeah.
Central.
Yeah.
We hung out in Grand Central for a bit
Okay.
and all that. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
It's a quick train.
I
and
mean,
then
it's
we
on the
jumped
east
off-
side, so you have to go all the way across town, but it wasn't bad.
No,
Yeah, it's
Because-
not bad
yeah.
at all. So cool. Yeah, I definitely I like want to go back. Like it was just there's just
When is Austin?
3 days next year. 3 days.
When is
Yeah.
Austin?
It's
In the
twice
spring?
a year. It's
Twice
what,
a year.
April?
May, end of April, May, and
Yeah,
November.
we went
Or
to. We
October.
went. I think the spring is the best time to go. Don't go in the fall.
Great.
wait,
I might try to go this year. Next
Austin?
year.
Austin.
No, dude, go in the fall. Any warm weather in Texas is
No, but I'm saying the show is better in the spring than the fall.
well. I don't
Is
know.
that really a thing? Is it just random? I mean,
Well, it could be random.
Well,
Yeah, but
okay, so-
that's my experience.
From my sources, Mazzy, the back area that they opened up when we were there was full, so there were a lot of people there.
This time it was closed, or this last time.
Talking
No,
about
they said
Austin?
it was open. They said it
Oh,
was
okay.
open.
I'm then okay.
Your sources are horrible.
Yes, they are.
Well, next year in the fall, you're going to have WFMU, you have Den Bosch, and now we have Chad's
The Den
Salina
Bosch.
Fair.
Well, I can tell. Well,
We really
my-
should
my-
raid Salina, Kansas in October.
Mike's gone, but I can tell you my spite tour of LA, because half the reason I didn't go to New York is it's a weird time. I go visit my family sometimes for Thanksgiving.
Right.
So going back,
It's but October is the best time to visit New York. Or
I don't need
Yeah.
your recommendation for anything.
no, weather-wise, it's fall in Manhattan.
I understand, but you're going to be in a building that air
No,
conditioning.
you go out, you walk in New York City. You walk.
I've been there a million times, Mazzy. I know what New York's
You
like.
walk, you drink, you eat,
But-
you buy
okay.
records.
So my logic was I'm just going to stay here in LA where I find everything, and I'll show you what I found if Mike doesn't mind.
All right, jump in.
Let's see it.
I got to
This
head
is
out.
good.
I'm going to listen. I got to go cook. So
Okay.
All
Okay.
right, man.
Later,
See you,
Matt.
Mazzy.
So during that weekend, I went out like I typically do, but I go all the time and I buy a kabillion records. I found a nice Japanese Black Glory, which I think I don't know if I think it might have come out before the German Enja version.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So okay,
Mhm.
I found
That's
this.
a cool cover. I
I
like
found
that.
I found a Juju. You never find
Oh,
Juju
cool.
records.
Oh yeah.
With
This is
Funky,
a-
yeah.
This is a later one, but this is a black. Here, I'll show the label.
Oh, I
Never
thought that was
seen
something
that.
different.
A Black Fire.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
I found I have an older copy. This is a 68 pressing.
Oh yeah. That one gets out.
Oh,
That one gets expensive too.
Really?
I'm gonna
Yeah, it's over.
I'm gonna sell one of the ones I have. I have 2 copies of that. So
Those ESP disc Sunrise are pretty wild.
I found
Yep.
this. I found this today sealed.
Oh,
Oh, awesome.
it's in my pile.
No, not it's my pile.
Yeah, I'm looking for that too.
Pop this out. I found a German pressing of this.
Nice.
Okay.
That's a great record. Okay, so this was on the wall during the weekend when you guys were in New York, and
Ooh.
I opened it up on my live stream the other day. It was sealed, and it's an AP, but it sounds excellent. There's no noise or anything.
Very nice.
All
Wait,
right?
that's on Jazzland?
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, my wife
Nice.
put me onto that record too, man.
That's a great record.
This was found today, and I bought it because of the novelty. So I found
Oh, classic
Rather-
45.
one-sided.
Oh, one-sided.
Yeah, so they're 4 discs. But here was the cool find in this. Normally, when Bernie Grumman masters, it's like a BG. He wrote his full name in the dead
That's
wax
cool.
on this.
Oh, that's special.
So how is that packaged? Is it one
Wow.
with a cover and the other are?
So yeah, so one goes in the cover. You can't fit 4 in this,
No.
and they all come in their own sleeve with the sticker.
God.
And the non press
Insanity.
side, it's just a blank
Is it black
pretty
vinyl, Rob, or is it the?
vinyl. And I listened to side 1, and it's so spaced out. Look at this. Look how much the song takes up.
Yeah,
Yep.
So it sounds excellent.
Cool.
I'm sure it does.
Yes, I mean it's LA, but I go all the time. But I mean I haven't searched every city in the universe. But
Rob, what is your theory on the migration of records from the East Coast to the West Coast?
I can tell you this just based on what I did for a living and what I know. LA at any given time, the metro area is 22 million people. So, and I heard the average tenants in LA is like less than 3 months. That's the average length someone is a tenant if you rent a place. So people just come through here all the time. Now, it's only as good the stores or dealers or sellers. It's only as good as the collections they find. I think there's more with people dying off actually than migration of records. But I find if you're talking about finding Strata records from Chicago, I mean they're rare. Are you talking about finding East Coast Blue Note pressings versus West Coast pressings?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I always got the vibe that like Blue Note and those other small New York labels sold to like, Mid Atlantic, Chicago, Cleveland. I don't really know how far their distribution went at that time west, and I always kind of got the impression that like LA wouldn't have seen many Blue Note records until Liberty bought them. I don't know if that's true or
Well,
not.
I don't. I think there's more of a case to
Mm.
build in the early '60s when people were moving to LA and
Yeah.
bringing stuff with them, than people that just move here and bring the records with them and sell them. Because
Yeah.
I wasn't around at a point. I wasn't around in the early '60s
Yeah.
to look for Blue Notes. I just think you're dealing with. I don't know what the population of LA in the early '60s was, but it wasn't 8 or 22 million people.
Yeah.
So
You know,
yeah.
Rob, for me,
Yeah.
one thing I've noticed when I order records online, mainly through Discogs, if I choose to use Discogs, which I try not to, 9 times out of 10, if I can't tell where the seller's location is, it's just a seller name and they don't list the city or whatever, and it doesn't have a specific shop name that goes back to wherever, that record's coming from somewhere in California. It never fails when I orders. Like I got back and I had a good budget left from the fair, which was great when I did the math. And so I ordered a few records on Discogs, and sure enough, they're coming from California,
I don't
the
know.
same thing.
Yeah,
San Francisco
but
area,
think
and one from LA.
I think if you take the population of the New York metro area and in LA, you're talking about over 46 million people,
Yeah, it's just
or maybe 48 million people. That's a huge bunch of people, and then there are big cities where people bought records and everything.
yeah. I mean, I get a lot of my records come, and then I order from Lance at Permanent, so everything's coming from out there.
I think I heard a story. There was a big pressing plant out in Valencia near
Mhm.
Magic Mountain,
Mhm.
and the story was if you go thrifting or garage sales there, like the employees took the records home, and you can find those.
Mhm.
I don't know about that.
Mm.
Yeah.
So one last record that I want to recommend that people pick up.
Sure.
This record is freaking awesome. So I don't know if people know this. This is on Timeless. I guess they have more than one reflex, whatever.
Mhm.
But it's led by Don Friedman. And
Mhm.
this record is a live record. Freaking kills.
So
Ew.
Don Friedman, he's a vibes player, is that right?
No, pianist.
Oh, okay.
This is your
Avant-garde
imports.
jazz pianist.
There's your Rick Ballard, Dave.
Ballard sure loves that.
Hey, you know what? DJ Mono, maybe there's something to this. This guy, you find
Yeah.
this guy's records all over the place.
Yeah, he imported everything from Europe
Yeah.
for years.
But I highly recommend this record. It is so good. So I don't know much of the.
Reflexion.
Huh?
What's the title? What is it? Reflexion?
I guess that's the band name, and this is a live record.
Okay.
So
Nice.
I highly recommend, and it's on Timeless, Mike. So seek it out.
Nice. Yeah, there's some cool European groups out there that I have on Timeless. But I have actually a couple other things to show here.
I did forget to show this real quick.
What do you got?
Dave, I know Dave got this, and he was showing it to me, and I got excited about it. I don't know where Dave went, but the Munir AF and the Munir as fuck and the Rhythm String Band Volume 3. This is a dead stock that was from Ergo Records, and it's on the Itabib label, which a label I've unofficially been collecting because it's Doug Hammond's label.
Oh, that's 89.
Yeah, this
So
is sealed.
That's an OG, so it's not a reissue.
Yeah, dead stock. Yep. So really cool. I had a very quick exposure with this, and I think I'm just a sucker for dead stock records.
Well,
I'm stoked they had more.
Dave was really excited that
Oh,
they had that.
mispresses and
So
mispresses.
what is it? Is just avant-garde? Or
Yeah, but there's 2 different acoustic guitar players, cello and bass and drums. So
Okay.
Yeah, when Alex played that on one of his years ago, and it went on the want list, and I just was never going to pull the trigger on it because of the prices on Discogs. And I when I got off the plane, I walked downstairs to where you go out to get an Uber, and there's one guy in the whole. It was quiet in the airport. It was really quiet, very odd. I was the only person in that whole area, and there's one guy standing there. He goes, "You need a cab?" It's like, "Yeah." And I asked how much, and he told me. And I said, "That sounds good to me." He walked out, waved his hand. The guy picked me up. 26 minutes later, dropped me off in front of Ergot Records, or I don't even know how to say it, Ergo or Ergot, whatever.
God, I don't know.
The little tiny record store with the weird guy working in there. So I go in there, and I got a record off the wall that was there, had been there a while, had been there since October 4th when they did that big drop of the free jazz stuff. But the ones I really wanted were gone. He said they went in 2 hours. But I found that Munir record in the bins sealed for 50, and I think the lowest price on Discogs for one, that's not.
It's in Europe too.
Yeah, it's like $60.25 or something. But so I was like, I asked the guy, "Is this an original?" And I looked at the back, and it looked like an original. It's sealed, and he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh yeah, this made my trip." I'm like, the fare's a bonus. I mean, I was really stoked to find that. That's something I really wanted to get.
Yeah. Yeah, when we met up on Friday, you were saying like if you don't get anything else, you're happy.
Well, those 2 records I got in there are huge ones for me.
That's also, when I got the Visitors Neptune from Joe right off the bat, I felt the same way. I was just like, what?
Good.
I got a great record for a great price. If this is the only thing I take home, it's going to be an awesome day. So
I would. Same with me. If I had only gotten my Speak No Evil and Fuchsia, I would have been happy with that.
Yeah, and Dom, your first big score of the day.
2
I
records.
mean, I think everything else was butter.
Yeah, I was super excited after getting that.
Yeah.
What are those, Dom?
These are the 2 Brazilian records I got from this guy Eduardo, who was working at I'm not really totally sure how they work it with Human Head.
Yeah.
I think they consign some records, and those are in the store. But then when at the fair, they actually have the consign ore there to sell, is what I'm guessing. So this guy was a Brazilian specialist and Brazilian himself. So this is a famous Brazilian record, Milton Nascimento and Lo Borges, who just passed away. This Clube de Esquina. It's just like one of the most famous MPB records out of Brazil. And then this one, which is a little more about jazz or jazz fusion, sort of Brazilian mix, a little bit of psychedelic in this too. Novos Baños, Nação Livre.
What year is that Brazilian one? Or the Brazilian?
The Milton Nascimento is 72.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one I cannot remember. It's probably around the same year.
Maybe 73.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Can I text you a link to that Pacific
really
Jazz
sweet.
article?
Sure.
All right, can you pull it up on your computer? Do you have iMessage on your computer?
Yep, I have it here.
All right.
Oh yeah, let's see the label down.
Yeah.
Beauty. I love those labels, man.
Yeah, that's a pretty label.
Yeah.
Speaking of aesthetics,
It is 72.
I just wanted to chime in with maybe a shallow comment, but I'm really into cover art. Really love cover art, and I'm really into that 50s, 60s, like international style, Swiss style aesthetic and everything. But I like art of all kinds, and like I do dig the black and white minimalist aesthetic of the 70s stuff, and like the one that Dom was just showing. I really dig that aesthetic. It's very different. I really like it though.
I agree.
I can't say I'm a huge fan of that style of jazz, but
You're talking about the veneer, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I like that
I
aesthetic.
love that.
I like that aesthetic a lot. It's very DIY.
Yeah.
I'm really into DIY aesthetic.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the kids are playing on this. It's like Ornette's son, right?
Right.
The children are playing on this record.
Yeah.
That's an Alex fave.
So this is the article that Rich sent over.
Yeah, so I didn't want to
cool.
argue with Mazzy, but like this seems in direct contradiction of what he was saying.
So here it says by 57, the retail price for World Pacific's 12,000 LP series was $5. Dick Bach decided to introduce a series of jazz LPs that would have suggested retail price of $3.98. The in-house code for the series was Mark IV.
For the
And
$4
then-
price point.
And then they
And,
show a
I mean,
few.
this seems legit.
examples.
This seems very legit, this website. This is called jazzresearch.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I had seen prices on 57, 58 Blue Notes of $3.98, $3.95. So I might have been mistaken about that, but Mazzy was trying to say that like that LPs weren't $4 until like 1970. I don't know if that's the case. Oh, there he is. Maybe Jazz Records. Yes, that's
Yeah, that
what I
makes
think.
sense.
That's what I
that is
think.
it too.
I think Jazz Records might have been a premium sort of an item.
An
Yeah.
extra $1, right?
Yeah.
And then stereo was another $1. Yeah.
So, speaking of West Coast jazz, do you guys want to see something modern that came out recently, or do you want to see an old record?
Old record.
Old, okay. This one's kind of cool. So, are you guys familiar with Frank Morgan, the alto player?
Yeah. Was he the guy that was imprisoned?
Yes. So when he was younger, he was on a few different sessions. I think there's a couple of Savoys that he's on, and he put out one lead record. Gene Norman Presents put it out in '55, I think. And after '55, he he got busted for heroin, I think, and they put him away. I think that's the reason, but they put him away for 30 years.
Yeah, he got out in the 80s.
30-year sentence. So
Yeah.
I've always wanted his old record, like his first record, and I found it. It came up online for a good price. I actually can't remember, but it was cheap. This is Frank Morgan Presents. There's 2 sessions on it.
Conti Condoleezza
One
guy.
session has Wardell Gray on it. So if you think about this, I think it's 55. Frank Morgan's about to go to prison for 30 years. Wardell Gray is about to show up dead in the Mojave Desert outside of Vegas.
Oh yeah, that crazy
Yeah, he
story.
passed
Like
away.
these guys
It was
had some stories.
odd.
So who else is on this? It doesn't have the full lineup, I don't think. The back is pretty cool. It has all session photography for the 2 sessions. One session is Latin based, and then the other session's like a bebop based, like bop straight ahead. Both are good. It's interwoven, so like every track switches between the sessions. Which I wish they just put one session on one side and the other on the on side B, but whatever. Anyway, so I was super happy to get this Frank Morgan's first record when he's a young man, and
What's this?
on the
So,
back they compare.
Mike-
They say he's like Charlie Parker's heir apparent on the back.
Oh, wow.
So, Mike, I've had this record and sold it.
Oh yeah,
This
that's
is
the record.
That's the same record.
That's
that
that's the repress or reissue or something.
Yeah, but it's kind of listed where he's like.
Oh,
Yeah, they took away his lead.
Okay.
why would they do that? That's crazy.
They're
Because
probably
he was
trying to sell those other
He went to
records.
prison.
Oh, they didn't
So
want
the
him to be
jacket's in
believed
nice
to do that.
condition.
Okay.
Oh, the other thing is, this is one of my very few. I might have maybe 4 colored vintage, and I was nervous because I heard that old colored vinyl was noisy.
The
Not
fantasy
the
one
case at
sure
all.
can be.
Yeah, I got some of those.
Well, this is from I guess 55. This thing doesn't have any additional noise that I can hear, so I think it's fine.
Speaking
but,
Nice.
but yeah, it's got a nice label, Deep Groove,
Nice
and
Deep Groove.
I'm sure it's a West Coast pressing because there's a West Coast session recorded Hollywood. I don't know the studio, but it's a good sounding record. So
Speaking of fantasy, I would love to get my hands on mono Charlie Brown Christmas.
oh, that's an expensive
Oh.
record.
Same here, actually.
Actually,
What is it?
I,
A 10-inch?
Huh?
No, it's an
What
LP.
is it? An LP?
Yeah, LP.
LP.
I have a mono of Vince Guaraldi and Bola Sette. With
Yeah.
the red,
Oh, really?
Red Fantasy.
Bola
Yeah,
Sette, the
Maroon,
guitar
yeah.
player?
Yeah, they
Mhm.
did tons of records together.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that guy. Oh,
I just really want to play Charlie Brown Christmas on my Fisher console this Christmas.
Oh.
I really do.
There's a bunch of pressings of it, isn't
Yeah.
there? I think
There's
it's
a-
Not mono. Not mono
The
though.
17,000 reissue pressing of it comes out this year.
Dom,
Yeah.
I might have been
Mm.
with you at Record Archive when I picked this one up. Maybe
Oh, yeah. he's got that record on Tacoma too.
How many times has
okay.
it come out as mono?
The original though, there's like a promo and a regular one, and that's it.
I rarely see this.
I saw it once at Revilla,
Oh yeah.
like 6-7 years ago.
How much?
At that time, 100.
Okay,
Right now, the only monos available are Japanese CDs.
that's
Oh,
crazy.
that's mono. That's interesting. Wow,
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, I don't
So-
know. I don't know if it's gonna happen. It's November 15th. No,
No,
it ain't
you
gonna
gotta buy it
happen.
in March.
Not for- yeah, you gotta buy it in
You
July.
know what would really be cool is if you do a video you going into a record store, then you leave with your head down and play the Charlie
Yeah.
Brown music because you're
Yes, that would be a good one. That would be festive.
All right, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I need to
Okay.
run. Chris
Yeah.
isn't joining,
I shouldn't be on here 3 hours tonight.
but yeah. Thank you guys for joining.
Yeah.
Thanks for
I
having
think
me.
we all had a great time, and I know there were a lot of other people that were there that made good videos. So
Oh, a lot. Of,
Um,
I ran into so many people this year. That was such a treat,
Yeah.
man. So,
Yeah.
like, see, the first person I ran into, I think, was CJ, and he was, just he had already found a few records right off the bat. He was stoked, and then
Yeah.
we're so. Yeah.
I
think it lived up
really,
to the hype.
yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
I think it lived up to the hype. Like it exceeded expectations. I think.
Mhm.
I just expanded my network a lot this year. Including you two guys, Dom and
Yeah,
And
it was
Dave,
great to meet and connect.
and,
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah. Well, I saw you last year, and you showed me what you had in your box. You had that
yeah,
nice
that was
little
very
box.
brief. Yeah,
You had that Sonny Clark, I think, and
yeah.
but yeah, good stuff. I'll have my records here maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, it should be there tomorrow. Yeah.
It's looking like early next week, Dom, which is fine.
Yeah. Well, stay tuned, man. Just stand by the door. I'm sure you will be.
Yeah, well, tomorrow I'm not leaving the house. It's
And-
an Uber Eats day if they're coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
That mono Charlie Brown Christmas is super rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've
yeah.
seen it on eBay a couple
I
times.
expect to find it tomorrow, by the way.
All right,
That'd be
guys.
great.
All right.
Let's call it a night. Have a good
Bye,
night,
Mikey.
everybody. Thanks for joining.
Rob, it was nice being on
Cheers.
with you.
We
Take
love you
care.
all, and see you guys next time.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Guys. Peace.
All right.